don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud. Shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express.
Celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7. I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Extremely limited. You know what that means, folks. Order now. Welcome back to the Oreo Express. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Always, don't forget, support America First and America Only companies like MyPillow.com. And when you use promo code Oreo, you get free shipping and substantial discounts and savings. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm looking over here. I got so many live streams up right now. Looks like we were a little blurry. Hopefully everything's going through fine. But welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all. And we can't do it without you all. Let me jump into the comments. We got a lot to talk about. We got the Epstein files. We got a strike on ISIS. We got all kind of great stuff today. KLM 79, Trina, Texas Bigfoot, Old Uncle Bill. Let's see who else is popping in there. Susan, Kimber. Let's see. We'll go down a little. Dawn Patrol. Let's see. Going down to the bottom. Nola, check your damn text messages. Man, Nola's over there ignoring me. She's got me on red. She's all silent to me. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? I hope everybody's ready. It's Friday. It is Friday. And you know what? I told you on Thanksgiving, you know, because we love Thanksgiving food, and prices of turkey were so cheap, we bought 2 turkeys, right? And one was 79 cents a pound. That was more of the generic turkey. And then we got the Butterball turkey for Turkey Day. That was 99 cents a pound or 98 cents a pound at Costco. And so today we're making that other turkey. So we're going to have, and this is perfect. I'm going to tell you what the reasoning is behind this. When holidays get here, for some reason, it's crazy. It's a little nuts, right? You got planning for this. You're going here. You got a Christmas play here. You're driving down Christmas tree lane. And I'm just not fed very well in my house. Just going to be honest. I think I'm ignored a little bit during the Christmas season. So by doing turkey, there's going to be all kind of leftovers. I require a lot of calories a day. There's going to be all kind of leftovers in the fridge. So I just make myself a turkey sandwich, some turkey with stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy. I could do all that. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Turkey. Like we're having a whole nother Thanksgiving. We're not having any of the fixins or anything like that. We're just doing turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and probably a vegetable. So, but I love turkey. I disagree 100% with our VP, JD Vance. It says, nobody wants to have turkey. Let me put this up here. I got you guys on. What's up, Marcy? Spunkaroo. Let's see. Give me one second. I got to get you guys up on Rumble because it doesn't show me when you guys. I see that there's gifting subscriptions. I don't see who did it. And then we'll get into the show. And then, old Uncle Bill, thank you for gifting those subscriptions. We appreciate you. And check that out, guys. I don't know what's been going on lately, but Bandit One's in here again. And he ignored us for quite a while, guys. He ignored us for quite a while. I'm thinking he's a Fed. Thinking Bandit One might be a Fed. If they mention that there's a replacement for Dan Bongino and it happens to be Bandit One, I can say I told you so. I'm just saying. So let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Again, at the end of this show, this is the live stream where we are going to do the raffle for this bad boy right here. This beautiful cross, custom made cross, made by our good friend Mike. You can check out the detail on it. Kind of a country western style wooden cross. The same guy that built the Oreo Army one did this. And again, we're going to be doing the raffle at the end of the show. So if you guys want to get into it, you guys know the donation links. Every $10 donation gets you one entry. If you do $30, that's 3 entries. And the mods put up the donation links in there, and they're on the bottom. That's right, Texas Bigfoot. Bandit One a Fed. Yep, I can see that too. Let's see. Just checking. I got different screens. I'm trying something out so I don't miss something. When I was putting the raffle together today, Jalen had texted me that somebody had gotten in on YouTube. And I pull up my transactions on YouTube. I haven't got anything on YouTube for like a week. So I was like, wait a second, is something wrong here? Are they not updating? So I'm keeping it open over here just to see if I see anything crazy. Suck my balls. What's up? That's a name, guys. That's a name on YouTube. So don't get all crazy with me. Let's see here. So you guys heard we didn't spend a whole lot of time. I probably barely mentioned it, but the board at the Kennedy Center voted overwhelmingly to rename the Kennedy Center to, what is it, the Trump Kennedy Center or something like that. And they didn't waste no time on triggering the libtards. I'm not even lying. So they started adding Trump to the name on the Kennedy Center, the Trump Kennedy Center. And you have these people just raging. Now I'm going to just show you some of a tweet and a video, but take a listen to this. This guy, I promise you, his Christmas is ruined. He's so triggered. Like, you want to talk about being the Grinch? He is worse than the Grinch, man. His horns are coming out.
Feeling like democracy died today. This is history. How
I just can't. I feel like democracy died today. Watch this again. Oh, I love it.
feeling like democracy died today. This is history happening today, and we should all be shocked that a felon, a convicted felon, and a thug, and by all means a grifter, has just stuck his name on top of a national monument. This is a desecration.
There's people crying right now. And of course, your typical Democrats. Oh my God. I just thought it was hilarious. Carrie Kennedy, is that one of the granddaughters? I don't even know who Carrie Kennedy is. But she goes, this is what she posted. It says, 3 years and 1 month from today, I'm going to grab a pickaxe and pull those letters off that building. And I'm going to need help holding the ladder. Are you in? Applying for my carpenter's card today. So it'll be a union job. Guys, this is, I don't know. The board renamed it that. Not like Trump went in there with an executive order. Look at these guys. The workers were spotted celebrating after they put up Trump on the Trump Kennedy Center building. Look, let me pull this up. Look at him. Yeah, number one. So that's epic. That's epic. Um, so how many remember? I thought that was funny. I had to start the show with that one. Let me see if Nola texts me back. Awesome. Thank you, Nola. I gotta send this to somebody right now. To the feds. I gotta send this to Bandit One. He's a fed. Hold on. I gotta save this actually before I forget because I'll never find it again. Let's see. Okay, we are good to go. So you remember, I don't know how long ago it was, but the LA scanner X on the X account LA scanner, and I think it was also like an Instagram account. He was out there doxing ICE agents. And then he was doxed himself of who he was, and then he put out this video that he's so sorry. He didn't even live in LA. It was some from some soy
The
boy
U.S.
out of
Secret Service
Texas.
confirmed visiting a Southside school as part of an investigation into a threat. Initially, Chicago Public The U.S. Secret Service confirmed visiting a Southside school as part of an investigation into a threat. Initially, Chicago Public CPS reported that the agents were from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, but ICE denied involvement. The Secret Service agent said that they were directed to Hamline Elementary School after visiting a home, but did not enter the school. Details about the alleged threat remain unclear. Hamline principal Natasha Ortega said that the school followed protocols, denying entry to the agents and implementing a soft lockdown. "We will not open our doors for ICE," she stated. CPS assures families that students and staff were safe, emphasizing its commitment to protecting immigrant families under the Illinois Trust Act and Chicago's Welcoming City Ordinance. Parents expressed concern.
So that was him, and then he's you can see his post 4046 Atlantic Avenue in Long Beach, concerned federal agent sighting. This was 5 minutes ago. It says if you see federal agents in Los Angeles, DM us a photo and a location. Let's keep Los Angeles safe. He got busted, and he put out a pretty big apology, and it realized so. This news came across breaking. Jack D. Quillen, the individual behind LA Scanner and Jacqueline TV, has been arrested and now is in jail. Also, a convicted felon after 6 months after he was exposed for doxing ICE agents. Jack Quillen, the individual behind the Los Angeles-based news account LA Scanner, later rebranded as Jack Quinlan TV on X, has been arrested following months of controversy involving posts about federal agents. Quillen had previously urged followers to send him photos and real-time locations of ICE agents during active operations in Los Angeles, including the hotels where agents were staying. Multiple posts explicitly instructed users, if you see ICE, DM us a pic along with the location. The post sparked widespread backlash and accusations of doxing, with critics warning that the disclosures could endanger federal officers amid ongoing protest. Following the controversy, Quillen briefly deactivated the account before later reactivating it. 6 months after the post went viral, that was reported by Inside Wire, Quillen was arrested yesterday while flying into Los Angeles. He is currently being held at the Ventura County Sheriff's Jail. I like that. I like that. Again, you have freedom of speech all you want. You don't have the right to dox and put our federal law enforcement partners in harm's way. And that's exactly what he was doing. I don't know what he's charged with. I'll get that details probably later tonight, and we'll definitely update you. Ah, man. How about this? Another LGBT school board member. Well, guess what he was arrested for this time? Arrested for porn. Child porn to be exact. Chris Becerra, a board member for Bria Olinda USD in California, Unified School District in California, was arrested after he was reportedly caught sending sexual messages to a child. Becerra has graduated certificates in leading with equity, diversity, and inclusion, and LGBTQ plus inclusion for educators. Authorities says that even more victims have been identified. He was charged with possession of child pornography, annoying or molesting a child, falsifying evidence, and witness tampering. Take a look. This is who's in charge of your children's education. And then one right here, it says Chris holds a doctorate degree, and then it says Chris holds a teaching credential and an administrative credential and holds graduate certificate in leading with equity, diversity, and inclusion, as well as a graduate certificate in LGBTQ plus inclusion for educators. That's what it says down there on the bottom. Now, I think one thing we could do to fix our education system, if anybody holds a certificate in leading with equity, diversity, and inclusion, or a certificate in LGBTQ plus inclusion for educators, you need to get out of our school. Again, it's not about you being sick, disgusting perverts and talking about sex with our children. You have no responsibility at all. And I hope you freaking burn in hell. This is getting so, like when you see these little things, they boast and they brag about their credentials. Well, I've got Homo of the Year award, so I'm a good teacher. Oh my God. I hope, this is one of those kind of like RW. When he's in jail, he's purposely going to drop the rope. Not going to be as bad as if he was a straight dude. Crazy. And Michael, I got your entrance into the raffle. Where'd it go? There it is. Michael. And then looks like Sandy S. You're in for 2 more. Sandy might not even know it. She was already in because she covered, I think it was Sandy, right? Yeah, Sandy covered what we were short on the bikes. Remember, we went shopping for the kids. We went over like $100, and Sandy was so nice and said, "Hey, I watched that video and sent us some money. So you're in there for another 2, Sandy. Good luck." What else do we got going on? Okay. How about this? We'll get into the Epstein stuff. Earlier today, U.S. forces commenced Operation Hawkeye Strike in Syria to eliminate ISIS fighters, infrastructure, and weapon sites in direct response to the attack on U.S. forces that occurred on December 13th in Palmyra, Syria. This is not the beginning of a war. It's a declaration of vengeance. The United States of America, under President Trump's leadership, will never hesitate and never relent to defend our people. As I said directly following the savage attack, if you target Americans anywhere in the world, you will spend the rest of your brief, anxious life knowing that the United States will hunt you, find you, and ruthlessly kill you. Today, we hunted and we killed our enemies, lots of them, and we will continue. Is that not crazy? That is insane. That is insane. We'll get to Trump's comment really quick, but Bandit One with a Rumble rant says, "Old Uncle Bill is a confidential informant." Oh, so we got one of those CIs in the chat. It says that makes him ineligible for the raffle. Man, I'm going to have to take old Uncle Bill out of the raffle now. And that just really ruins next week's raffle because we were going to raffle off old Uncle Bill. But thank you, Bandit One, for getting into the raffle. Thank you. We appreciate you. President Trump posted, because of ISIS's vicious killings of brave American patriots in Syria, whose beautiful souls I welcomed home to American soil earlier this week in a very dignified ceremony, I am hereby announcing that the United States is inflicting very serious retaliation, just as I promised, on the murderous terrorists responsible. We are striking very strongly against ISIS strongholds in Syria, a place soaked in blood, which has many problems, but one that has a bright future if ISIS could be eradicated. The government of Syria, led by a man who is working very hard to bring greatness back to Syria and is fully in support. All terrorists who are evil enough to attack Americans are hereby warned. You will be hit harder than you have ever been hit before. In any way, attack or threaten the US of A. There's just something about an FAFO president. You know what I mean? There's just something about an FAO president. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. So what do we got here? Well, the U.S. or the Department of War just released footage showing the start of the retaliatory strikes in ISIS. Take a look at Oh. I want to see the aftermath. That's what I want to see, those bombs. Let me see if they have any video of the Syria strikes. No. Let's see. Massive U.S. strikes. Damn. It'll come out soon. U.S. has launched Operation Hawkeye Strike against ISIS. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, how about this, guys? Trump is lowering prescription drug prices. He's going to be calling insurance companies saying, if you guys want to survive, you're going to lower the price. And we're not just going to give you billions of dollars so you can fraudulently overcharge people and keep raising the price of insurance. He has made gas prices lower than they've been in a very long time, since the last time he was in office. He continues to do what's awesome. But you know who else has just been incredible? Gavin Newsom. Believe it or not, just listen to him.
$55 an hour, the highest in the nation, for fast food workers to. And I appreciate the recognition of the work we're doing, moving from a NIMBY mindset to a YIMBY mindset in the most significant housing reforms we've seen in a generation. And I'm really proud of that. And leadership in the Bay Area, Buffy Wicks and Wiener and others that have just led in this space. But the fruits of that won't be felt for some time.
Right.
And so the immediate pressures are self-evident. It's why we did the largest tax rebate in U.S. history, $18.3 billion. People forget this.
People forget this.
Why we more than doubled the earned income tax credit from $400 million to $1 billion. That's why we just established $11 insulin for folks out there that are diabetic. We didn't subsidize that cost. We lowered the cost.
They did subsidize it. They put hundreds of millions of dollars into that program. See, she's lying right there. That was a project that they started, I think, right like 4 or 5 years ago.
That insulin will be available, those pens, literally in a matter of weeks. That's why we increased the minimum wage for healthcare workers, your father's space and that space at UCSF, to $25 an hour, the highest in the nation.
So when you increase minimum wage, and I'm not saying some of these people don't deserve the wage. I'm just trying to explain the way the economy works. It's pretty simple. If you guys remember, when I worked at Taco Bell, I was 15 years old. And I don't know if you remember the Taco Bell commercial. If you're my age, you remember. It was $59.79.99. Run for the border and don't waste time. Tacos were 59 cents. Taco Supremes were 79 cents. But because of cost and paying people more, now tacos are like, I don't want to bash Taco Bell, but I think they're like $2.99 a taco. I think they might be $2.29 now. I know they raised last year. At one point, they were $2.99, but I think they brought it back down. He hasn't even mentioned fast food, but so guess what happens? You own a health company. Just there's small mom and pop health companies. There's homes in your neighborhoods that have like 6 beds in them, and they pay nurses, CNA staff, they pay a person there. And if they're paying a person $20 an hour and the governor makes it goes up to $5 more, guess what they start doing to those families? You guys are covering this cost, not me. I'm not here for charity. It's a business. Listen to the rest of this. He'll mention fast food too, where we lost over 30,000 jobs when he did this. One of my favorite fast food restaurants here locally closed down. Not all of them, but the one closest, which is Foster's.
For fast food workers to $20, not so $25, $20, not just the statewide minimum wage, to focus on wages. That's
so, and some of the most liberal colleges in the world analyzed that and said, wow, we had a loss of, I think in 9 months, it was 21,000 jobs, and it kept continuing. A lot of businesses did shut down. They just couldn't afford it anymore. They weren't making much money. They're making enough money to pay the bills and pay their employees. And now those employees have no jobs. You have the Fosters here in Clovis. You have the Fosters in Visalia, numerous other businesses that shut down. And then we went to kiosks. They spent more money. McDonald's now. You go into some of these McDonald's and you walk in and there's kiosk here, kiosk here, kiosk here, kiosk here. You order right there. There's a window about this big where they put your food order through. You can barely get help. I went into one like 3 weeks ago and I needed to use the restroom. It was almost impossible for me to wave someone down because you can't even see them back there. They're just making the food. And I'm like, hey, I need the bathroom. I need the code to the bathroom. This is what happens when Democrats get involved and say, you know what? We've created your poverty. Let's raise the price for everybody else. And that's what it did. If you notice, 23 to 33% increase on fast food versus other states. When I'm in other states, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to Carl's Jr.'s. I can get something for under 15 bucks. If I go get the meal I want at Carl's Jr.'s right now, it'll be about $19 to $21. It's about $3, $4 cheaper when we're traveling. That's what Democrat policies do. Raise the cost. And who does that hurt the most? The low income people that they say are that they're looking out for. Low and middle class. When you're a single mom, they love to bring up the single mom with 3 children. And you get off work at 5 and you pick your children up and you got to get them to soccer practice at 6. What are you going to do? You're going to go through the drive-thru. Well, now for those 3 kids, you're looking at $9 more every day. So poor Gavin. Poor Gavin. But keep talking about socialism.
why we increased from 6 weeks to 8 weeks paid family leave. That's why we increased the reimbursement rate for paid sick leave. And we also increased paid sick leave from 3 to 5 days. That's why we subsidize over 129,000 new childcare slots. That's why we created a brand new grade, preschool for all, to reduce the cost for families by upwards of $18,000 a year. That's why we created baby bonds in this state, $1.9 billion. And it's a big deal. Every child that enters kindergarten gets their own college savings account or career savings account. And so all of these are component parts of how we've addressed it. It's why I just signed and worked my tail off to sign what will create $60 billion of subsidies and rebates for utilities under our cap and invest program. $60 billion. That's why we created a regional grid with our partners to lower the costs of our utilities by sharing that.
I don't know if you know anybody in California, but they have not seen their utilities. I can go through, I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this. I can go through Yosemite Ranch over here. Said he was going to have to shut down in the summer because his utility bill for his restaurant was $23,000. I've told you before, in the summer we had, what was it, $700 and something PG&E bill. When you get that, I literally thought our PG&E was going to be turned off. How do you do that? So what they've created is a form of socialism. So when they're saying they're giving people discounts and stuff, guess who they're giving discounts? The same people that are on EBT, the same people that are on Section 8. You can fill out a form now and say, I only make $15,000 a year because I only want to work 15 hours a week. Okay, well, we're going to put you on the scale here. So if you work hard and you're doing well, you're going to pay $900 for insurance. The person that gets the same exact electricity, never turns off their TV, heater on 80 degrees, they're going to use the same amount of electricity. They're going to pay $169. That, again, he needs to be exposed for scams he does.
Power with Western states. This was something worked on for 11 years. Just got that done. So those are strategies. Those are efforts. But I get your
funny. It's funny. Trump talks about this stuff all the time, and then he sees, wow, Trump's right, and then he comes out here and tries to switch what he's done into looking what Trump's doing, and it's absolutely the opposite. That's California there. He also put this. Inflation is up, unemployment is up, grocery prices are up, electricity costs are up. All Donald Trump is spending his time doing this bullshit, right? And Kevin Kiley from California, representative out of Northern California, said California has the nation's highest cost of living. California has the nation's highest unemployment. California has the nation's highest electricity rates. And the governor of California pinned post is an ad for his new book. Now I haven't looked at this yet. I seen this on my way to the gym and I was like, we'll go through it together. It says annual reminder that hundreds of new laws take effect in the new year in California. Here's a big list of them broken down by category. So we're going to look at some of these. This is from KCRA. Take a look. Oh, we're doing a plastic bag ban again. Take a look. Let's see. More than 900 new laws were approved this year in California. How do you find time to pass more laws like this? Let's see if this one, it said it was only a minute. That ain't enough for this. Hold on.
Here in California.
So we have
New year means hundreds of new laws are set to take effect here in California.
So we have just a few of those that you can expect, these changes coming up. One of those gets rid of plastic bags. Starting January 1st, the ban on single-use plastic bags will expand to include more of them. The original law allowed the use of those thicker bags, which were meant to be reusable. But since most people use them only once, those thicker bags are now being outlawed as well.
Another law.
That was the funniest thing. Like, remember when we used to have those flimsy bags? They did nothing to hurt the environment. I mean, we'll take away plastic bags, but then hand out hypodermic needles to crackheads. California. But I remember going into the store with Rachel and being like, holy hell, this is like 5 times the thickness of the bag we had. Made it easier lighting my fireplace. Just going to say. The plastic was thick enough to drip onto the wood, keep it warm. But we noticed this about a month ago at 2 of the stores. They no longer had plastic. They had paper bags. Do we just keep repeating history again? Welcome to California.
Law requires food delivery platforms to give you a full refund if the order is not delivered or if the wrong order was delivered. It also requires platforms to disclose an itemized breakdown of the pay, the tips, and the bonuses for delivery drivers. Then fast forward to July, restaurants will now have to list major food allergens as ingredients on each item on their menu. This includes milk, eggs, fish, shellfish, tree nuts, wheat, peanuts, and soybean, plus sesame.
Let's see. Minimum wage under SB 3. The minimum wage is set to increase to $16.90 per hour to account for inflation. The threshold for exempt workers will rise to $70,304 per year. That's one. Tip theft enforcement. Maybe prohibits new contracts. There's all kind of. I'm gonna have to go through these and break them out. Laws that impact AI. Laws that impact elections. That's just nuts. Just nuts. How about this? We're talking about California right now. I told you guys, weather's getting crazy. Weather's getting crazy. I'm going to pull up my little weather app right here. And let me see. It looks like it could be raining. I told you we got an atmospheric river, and it's hitting up north right now. There's a flood watch around here by Tuesday, December 23rd. So it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're going to be raining at Christmas. Going to be a bummer for one of Caden's outside toys. He's not watching. He's not watching. But take a look at this 6-day forecast precipitation for the Sacramento area. And it goes all the way down. But look at some of this. We're going to see snow. We're going to see 6 to 8 inches of rain, possibly Sacramento, 6 to 8 in Redding. Man, last time I was coming through Redding, it seemed like they were getting 6 to 8 inches a minute. All the way down, Los Angeles, Southern California is expected to possibly see some snow. And of course, this always happens when everybody gets great rain. Says Bakersfield only 1.5 to 2 inches, which is still great. Don't get me wrong. But this is going to cause major problems because why? We don't build and we don't plan for rain. It says expect 4 to 8 inches of rain across Northern California and 2 to 4 inches across Central and most of Southern California, with up to 15 to 20 plus inches possible along the western slopes of the Northern Sierra. Now, I know some of you guys in Oregon are already feeling it. Some of you guys in Oregon are already feeling it. I seen this. Clackamas County has issued a level 3 go now evacuation orders due to flooding in multiple areas, including Carver Mobile Home Ranch, Shady Dell Road, and Fawn Lane, low-lying areas along Tranquility Lane near the Clackamas River. Take a look at some of this.
River. For official updates, evacuation maps, and road closures, follow. This is the Clackamas River at Carver Bridge this afternoon. Carver Park is now underwater and river levels are still rising. Because of flooding along the Clackamas River, Clackamas County has issued a level 3 go now evacuation orders in multiple areas. Level 3 means leave immediately. Conditions are unsafe and delaying evacuation could put lives at risk. Evacuation orders have been issued for Carver Mobile Home Ranch in this area, Shady Dell Road and Fawn Lane, low-lying areas along Tranquility Lane between South Bakers Ferry Road and the Clackamas River. For official updates, evacuation maps, and road closures, follow Clackamas County and Clackamas Fire or visit clackamas.us. We'll put that information in the caption. If you need.
So that's you guys be careful, heed the warnings, unless you're a guy. Send the family off and go have fun. Get one of those inflatable rafts, guys. I'm telling you, if it did that here, I would be investing in me a raft. This was an intense water rescuing now, and I don't know if I'm saying the town right, happening now in Mollola. Homeowner tried to drive out of a flooded area and the car is stuck in fast-moving waters. It says neighbor tells me he has 5 kids in the car. That's what I'm talking about. Don't do this with 5 kids in the car. Clackamas Fire is working on getting the family out. Take a look. You can't park there. Molala? Molala? I like that. I like it. Molala. So prayers to everybody. We're going to be seeing some stuff. I told Rachel, hey, if she needs to get everything done, because if it gets a little crazy, we might just take a journey and cover some of this. You guys remember, I had to throw my underwear away when we were in Southern California, when we were when the hurricane was coming up through Southern California, it turned into a tropical storm. But when you're driving on California roads, it does not take much. It does not take much. You're like, why can't they just make a road where water flows off it like in other states? Not here. We don't do anything like that. And I was near Palm Springs, and I literally pooped my pants almost. When we were driving, I was live, and we're getting all these alerts of flash floods and stuff. And we're going down the road, probably at about 45, 50, kind of the flow of traffic. It's raining pretty hard. And out of nowhere, you go under the underpass, and the water was probably, I don't know, 3 feet deep. That poor Speedwagon. And it said, and couldn't see nothing. The car beside me spinning out. And I'm like, oh, please, just get me to a safe spot. That was fun times. But maybe maybe we'll bring you some epic coverage before Christmas. We'll have to see. Man, we know that Police Chief Pamela Smith, the outgoing DC police chief, has been caught fudging the crime numbers. And so out of nowhere, she decided she was going to resign right before the report came out about all this. She knew she was in trouble. That's why she's resigning. She lost her mind today. I want to play 2 separate videos, but she lost her mind today. These people just like Fannie Willis yesterday or the day before in court. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Let's be really clear about one thing. Never will I ever compromise my integrity for a few crime numbers. I said it and it's on the record. Never would I compromise my love for God, the faith that I had in this city. Never would I compromise my integrity. Never would I compromise 28 years in law enforcement for a few folk who couldn't stand to be held accountable. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it again. So I'm going to the Bible when
I love it when the leftists, the woke ones, go to the Bible.
Say this to my haters. F you. The same folks who said in that report that they changed their numbers, and I did not. The report is very clear. I did not direct anyone. You should investigate those folks.
I'm going to go to the Bible right now. I'm going to go to the Bible now. To all my haters, F you. I think that's 1 Corinthians 7. I had to. She got caught. She's pissed off. Her legacy, and the report did show a lot, and that's why she is leaving. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, man. Crazy. Just going off the wall. Guys, don't forget, you got about 30 minutes. 30 minutes if you want to get in at the end of the show. We are doing the raffle live here. This is what it's for. So we are 100% viewer funded, guys. Check out that cross. We are 100% viewer funded. So your donations is what pays for everything. And I want to say something. We had to spend about, I was grateful that you guys entered. We had to spend almost $600 yesterday between a hard drive that crashed. We actually need 2 because we have, what do they call it? A master and a slave. And one of them crashed like 3 weeks ago, I told you about. And then the other one started giving me errors. So I had to order one. That was $300. And then we finally got the heater fixed after all this time. So I want to say I appreciate you all. You guys rock. But we are 100% viewer funded. And if you want to donate to the show, every $10 donation gets you 1 entry into that. We'll get it shipped out on Monday for you. And so hopefully you guys, good luck to anybody that enters. If you want to enter, you can use Venmo at Oreo Josh, PayPal at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army. Our GiveSend goes right down there. You can use that, as well as if you do mobile or online banking, you could do a Zelle transfer And our Zelle address is purepatriot559@yahoo.com. And I want to thank everybody for getting in, everybody for supporting us, everybody, you guys appreciated. I was stressing. I'll tell you more. I can't tell you everything about the hard drive for certain reasons. I'll tell you more when it gets in and it's repaired. But for now, I just crazy. Check this out. Elise Stefanik, or whatever you want to say, put out a post today, and it says, while spending precious time with my family this Christmas season, I have made the decision to suspend my campaign for governor and will not seek re-election to Congress. I did not come to this decision lightly for our family. I am truly humbled by and grateful for the historic and overwhelming support from Republicans, conservative, independents, and Democrats all across the state for our campaign to save New York. However, as we have seen in past elections, while we would have overwhelmingly won this primary, it is not an effective use of our time or your generous resources to spend the first half of next year in an unnecessary and protracted Republican primary, especially in a challenging state like New York. And while many of you know me as a congresswoman, my most important title is mom. I believe that being a parent is life's greatest gift and greatest responsibility. I have thought deeply about this, and I know that as a mother, I will feel profound regret if I don't further focus on my young son's safety, growth, and happiness, particularly at his tender age. I am incredibly grateful to the people of New York's 21st District for entrusting me to represent you in the United States Congress. Thank you to my dedicated staff over the past decade. I am proud of the significant results that we have successfully delivered for the hardworking families in our district and across America. It has been a tremendous professional honor to serve as your congresswoman over the past 11 years. Thank you for your support and encouragement as my family and I look forward to the next meaningful, personal, and professional chapter. God bless and Merry Christmas. Now, that's a bummer. I mean, I'm glad I'm glad I understand that. Totally. As a mom, it's got to be tough being on the road all the time, being, dealing with what she deals with. And when our kids are young, man, it's the most precious time, and they develop so much, they learn so much. And I'm a big fan of either parent, but a mom being at home and being with that. But she was a true fighter and a true hero in the Republican Party, if you will. So Congressman Robert Garcia, let's get into it. Let me see. Congressman Robert Garcia says, looks like the DOJ just dropped some of the Epstein files. Our entire team has begun a major review. We will keep the American people updated, but it's clear this is not a full release. We will continue to provide updates. Here's the drop. So you can actually go and click this up, anybody that wants to. Epstein library, and you can put search for Clinton. And there you have all these pictures of Clinton and different things. You could see some of them are redacted. There's actually quite a few that are redacted because that is what the court order was, and I'll get into that. A lot of people are talking about this one. Who wants to hop in the jacuzzi with Mr. Cigar Man? So the only reason that anything would be redacted, according to the courts, is because that's either a victim or a minor in the picture. So we got a lot of these pictures of Bill Clinton with redacted faces. Now, this isn't the Democrats redacting a picture of adults in the Hawaiian tropic beauty pageant like they tried to do with Trump. No, and it's quite a bit here. There's Maxwell, there's Bill, and there's another minor or victim in the pool with Bill Clinton. I'm going to be honest. I am not after everybody that went to Epstein Island. I think business people went to Epstein Island. I think there was a lot more going on to just underage girls. I think there was older girls too. I think business guys went there and did nothing. They might have done something morally wrong, but nothing to be canceled for. Men and women cheat on their significant others all the time. They do cocaine. They party it up like rock stars, especially millionaires. You might think, oh, that guy's a millionaire. No, they do it the best. But if you're just a businessman that is talking about business, I wouldn't go and be getting in his pool. I just say, take a look at that. Take a look at that right there. I mean, I think he's ordered a fine Maduro, triple Maduro cigar. I know I would smoke a cigar with Bill Clinton. I want to hear the stories. Now there is things that are redacted. Not all of it's released. So we got a lot of incriminating photos on Bill Clinton and some others that we don't know the names of yet. What do you think the media is talking about? Well, where's the pictures of Trump? Well, let's get into this a little. Listen to this. They're finally admitting today something on CNN.
During Biden's years in the White House. What about during the Biden administration? Because this is information that they had during Biden's years in the White House.
Yeah, I mean, we have questions about that, too. I'll say that, there have been people calling for the release of the files since 2019. It was mostly Democrats then. But in any case, I know the Biden administration would say that there was an active investigation and the prosecution of Ghislaine Maxwell at the time. But there was some time after she was, put in jail. And there was some time where they could have released it, especially on Biden's way out. And they didn't.
We've talked about this for a long time. It only became an issue when more and more was being, think about it, when we were finding all the fraud, when we were learning we were funding like transgender daycare centers in Somalia. Yeah, I'm exaggerating. I'm probably not exaggerating, but you know what I mean. They were like, oh my God, all this money going to the NGOs that gets funneled back to Democrats, they're taken down. How about this? Listen, this is what CNN also said while they're looking at it on their laptop.
There is data here, and it does appear that there is information that's coming out from the Justice Department that is new. Exactly what that is, we're going to report and look very closely at what it is. But there's a lot here, and it's accessible to.
There's a lot here, and we're going to report on it. Now, I will look. They've had time to realize Bill Clinton is a lot of these photos. We'll go through some of it. But guess what Harry's doing? Harry's freaking out. The Democrats are freaking out because they had to redact by law any victim or any minor in the pictures. So take a listen. Take a look at this. It says, Harry says, these are some of the Epstein files released by Trump's DOJ. Full documents entirely redacted. There's no transparency here. The cover-up continues because they need more. They need more, guys. Let's see. This is what he put up there. And yeah, I would love everything to be redacted just because I think they're, again, it's not that bad. But let's take a look at those. Says there are thousands of Epstein files. There are numerous Bill Clinton photos with numerous alleged victims and women. Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger, Kevin Spacey, and many more VIPs. These are just a few pics and files. Take a look. You can look at these people. We'll go through these pictures. So they had to redact that face because that was a victim. That is a victim or a minor. Man, he looked like he should be on the cover of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out right there. Man. Chevy, here we go. Keep it going, folks. Thank you, Chevy. And you've also been entered in for our raffle. Our raffle is in about 30 minutes. You guys only have about 25 minutes to get in, so thank you. Check this out. Oh, there's a picture we're all familiar with now. Obviously, those women performing or doing something down there are either victims or minors. We know who that is. Oh, Clinton again. Clinton again. Clinton again. Clinton again. Clinton again. Tuck, right? Somebody put it in that. Oh, they had 3 dogs. Man, I'm telling you, this guy was a baller. Oh, there we go again. Two victims, I guess, down there in the bottom. There's Michael Jackson. Bill Clinton again. Mick Jagger. Oh, there's a victim or a minor. You got a victim or a minor right there with a out of shape old rich dude. Let's see. This is Squad PB Palm Beach County. Was this a criminal investigation, crimes against children unit? And it has synopsis to advise Miami Division of Clearance of the travel request of 2 Miami agents to travel to Sydney, Australia, from these dates to interview a United States citizen, and it doesn't give the name, either a victim or a minor. So some of the police information. This document showing that the FBI assisted the Palm Beach Police Department. What'd that one say? Oh no, I want to go back. Stop doing that. Had instructed her to have sex. It says, in further conversation with USAO, blah, 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 indicated Epstein had instructed her to have sex with numerous associates in both the United States and overseas. So-and-so identified several subjects by name and indicated she had records to support her allegations. So-and-so further advised she could identify several other women that had engaged in sexual situations. Finally, so-and-so agreed to meet the FBI. Karen, check that. Gave our boy Cade Texas in the house. Gave Cade a membership over there. Welcome in, Cade. Thank you, Karen Sunflower. What else do we got up here? A lot of Bill Clinton, a lot of these other folks. You think CNN's going to be talking about Mick Jagger? You think CNN's going to be talking? Because this is supposed to be the bombshell. Anybody in these pictures are guilty. I don't believe so. I don't think anybody. I think if you're in multiple pictures and you're in a swimming pool with them, was this thousands of Epstein, numerous Bill Clinton? That's the one we just talked about. How about this? Again, Democrats. This is funny. Says, breaking newly released Epstein files reveal communication between Jeffrey Epstein and the First Lady of the Virgin Islands, Cecile Dijon, coordinating campaign contributions to no other than Democrat Representative Stacey Plaskett. Says, hey, Jeffrey, I am confirming that with you that STC will send $13,000 to the Democrat Party for the benefit of Stacey Plaskett. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, we do need to redact the face. I always thought this dude was a pervert. I ain't lying. The way he runs up when you go to Disneyland or somewhere like that, and he runs up and hug kids. Take a look at this. Winnie the Pooh, folks. Winnie the Pooh with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know who this dude is. I got to do all my homework. I haven't had time to do the homework yet. The internet will do it for me on this one. We will go through some of this stuff tonight. How about this? Richard Branson, co-founder of Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Group, was on the island. And guess what? Right behind him, two women have their faces redacted, meaning they were either victims or minors. And I'm not saying, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm not saying Richard Branson. I don't believe going on that little hype train and trying to have no proof of something and trying to put somebody through that. I'll make my speculations. Rich people, billionaires and millionaires hang out with billionaires and millionaires. See what else we have here, and then we'll look. The painting. I want to raise money to order the same painting. If I can find someone to paint this painting, I've been wanting it for the studio for a long time. But really, well, we've talked about this painting. Everybody knows about this painting, but this is actual pictures of it and where it was of former President Bill Clinton in a dress. I think if you want to read into something, read into that. Take a look at that. I want that painting. I've looked, and I think I have found a place that have a production painting that's like decent. I think it was like $135. Eventually, I'm going to get that because when we have a studio, eventually we will have a bigger studio. And when people come in to do a podcast or a show or just come in to visit, when they see that painting, I think it explains everything. Was that the Monica dress? Was Monica dresses blue? It might have been. I don't know. I know I got one like that. I won't show you guys. I don't want to embarrass him, but I got one like that of Matt when we were in DC together. The shoes weren't red. He was wearing penny loafers, but blue dress, kind of low off the top right here. Just trying to be honest with you. Harry again. Look at, they got a bombshell, guys. They got a bombshell. You're not going to believe this. This is how desperate Democrats are. The check Trump gave Epstein for $22,500 for a fully depreciated, redacted woman's name has shown up in a new photo in the Epstein files where Epstein is pictured holding the check and standing next to a woman. Looks like Trump forgot to redact this. Now let's see something. Let's look. I want to pull up Grok here. The image originates from Epstein's 50th birthday scrapbook, first released in September 2025. It's humorous, non-financial item, and the woman involved, a European socialite in her 20s, denied any romantic ties to Epstein or Trump, with her attorney labeling the entry as a disgusting hoax. So they've already spoke to the woman, didn't have sexual relations with Trump but this is what they need. Matt says, really, Josh, how dare you? It's on. Hey, bud. I know you didn't think the cameras were rolling, but cameras are always on. Cameras are always on. Look at, it's literally Trump paying 22, like one of those celebrity checks. And this is what Harry's got. Guys, this is more than embarrassing right now. If they're trying to take something and look at, all I did was click the Grok button so we could get all the information on it. But when the facts come out, this isn't a new photo. It was released in September. First release in September of 2025 by House Democrats. So this photo's already been released. And this is This is how bad it is. We're going to go in. I'm going to do a little bit more. But how about this? This is an interview. Somebody asked Bill Clinton. I want you to look at his face right here. This was years ago, but take a listen.
Any comments on the alleged allegations of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein? No.
Look at that face.
On the alleged allegations of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein? No.
I love this face right here. Look at it. Now, here's the deal. I'm just going to be real with you. My opinion on this, and I know we all want to go after anybody. If there's evidence of Bill Clinton with a minor, let's go after him. If he had sex with 80 women that were of legal age to have sex with, he cheated on his wife. I'm just going to be real with you. It's not like we can do anything. He's not president anymore. He was already impeached. I mean, he admitted, I will never have sex. I never had sexual relations with that woman. You got to, obviously, we all have a difference of what relations mean. But I think evidence suggests that. Listen to this. Again, all this information, Mick Jagger, all these people, right? Do you think CNN's covering it? Or do you think they're talking about Trump? I haven't got that updated yet. Let's take a look at what we got here, though. This was another one I was listening to. And again,
I'm going to tell you, Nicole, I saw something that when I opened it, I gasped because I thought we were going to see something. And what I saw instead was a 100-page document that says Grand Jury of New York at the top of it. And that's the only text that you can see.
Oh,
and it goes on for 119 pages where every single page of it is completely and 100% blacked out.
So there's hundreds of thousands of pages and they're focusing on 119 pages. You notice that?
But for the Bates number, meaning how the Department of Justice has numbered these pages, it bears a stamp of EFTA, standing for Epstein Files Transparency Act, and the number of the document that corresponds to it. But over 119 pages, 100% completely redacted. And we will.
You know what's funny, and you guys watch the show, I don't got to bring it up. Democrats released some photos last week saying these were bombshell breaking photos that OMG O'Keefe Media Group, James O'Keefe, released back in April or May. Guess what Democrats did? They redacted the people in there. The names on the phone. The women that were with Trump that were all adults. The chalkboard redacted some of the stuff on there. James O'Keefe said, we want transparency. Here it all is. But Democrats had you believe that Trump was doing bad things with these women, that they were minors. That's why they blocked their face. So it would make the mind wonder. Didn't hear anything about from MS Now. Let's go through, see what else has come up. Because again, this was all from an hour ago, at least. And then we're getting ready to do the raffle here in about 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes to get in your last chance. We're going to be doing this live on the show. If you want to put in, if you want to donate $10, that's one entry. If you want to donate to us 30, that's 3 entries. 50, that's 5 entries. And we will be going through everybody that entered. I will add you to the wheel of names. And at the end of the show, we will find a winner for this beautiful cross. And you guys know the donation links to use. So let's see here. I'm going to go and refresh my X page. So this is it looks like Bill Clinton nude in Morocco. St. Trope. Is that what it's called? Let's take a look at this one. You would think that, hey, this guy, I'll put it up here so it's a little bit larger. You got a woman there that definitely is not Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton. Now, if there's incriminating evidence like that, I would expect CNN and people to talk about it. Let's see. Let's look at these. This is 60 seconds of some of the Epstein files. He's got duck face. Who's that dude? Man, RW might have been there. You seen that? They did have an Israel Defense Forces shirt there. Let's see. Epstein file. FBI notes reveal he demanded no dark girls and checked IDs to ensure victims were under 18. Handwritten interview notes released today expose the calculated nature of Jeffrey Epstein's predatory operations on racial preferences. The note documents Epstein rejecting victims based on race. Jeffrey Epstein did not want Spanish or dark girl. Jeffrey Epstein, what doing? Why bringing me dark girl? Bringing young girl. Yeah, but not dark. Told her he just wasn't into her. Told recruiter to keep looking for girls. On targeting minors, the most disturbing entry. At one point, so-and-so witnessed him asking for an ID to a girl and wanted to make sure she was under 18 because he wasn't believing it. Now, that's crazy. That's just like a sick mind. Because when you think about it, it doesn't change the appearance. I mean, obviously, most of these women, whether they were 16, 17, or 20, they were in shape. They were well kept. But he just wanted to ensure if they were 18, he wasn't happy. If they were 17, he would have been happy. He was checking to confirm they were minors. That's from the notes. I'm just checking to see what else is going on. There is so much going on in the news that we need to do. Like today, we would have been able to fill up 3 shows. I'm not. There's David Copperfield. Somebody says, I bet David Copperfield wishes he could make this disappear. He's in a robe with Maxwell. I'm sorry, she was a freak too, though. She was getting her digs on too. They really they think they got Trump on this one. It's part of a statement. No pictures, no photos, no proof, but listen to this. It says, while these visits made Doe extremely uncomfortable, Epstein and Maxwell made her feel she could not refuse them. During this time, Epstein started to pay for voice lessons for Doe and insisted that Doe could not advance her career in any way without him. When Doe expressed hesitation about spending time with Epstein and Maxwell, or I can't say the word, to their desires, Epstein and Maxwell would threaten Doe and scold her for being ungrateful. During one of Doe's encounters with Epstein, he took her to Mar-a-Lago, where he introduced her to its owner, Donald J. Trump, introducing the 14-year-old Doe to Donald J. Trump. Epstein elbowed Trump playfully, asking him, referring to Doe, this is a good one, right? Trump smiled and nodded in agreement. They both chuckled, and Doe felt uncomfortable, but at the time was too young to understand why. This is what they're putting out there on the left today. Let's see what else, because that's all the feeds are today. Just absolutely. Again, it just proves more and more that it's their own financiers. Well, I'm sure we'll be covering some more, but we're getting long in the show. We've been live for an hour and 16 minutes, and we still got to add all the new entries. You got 5 minutes to get into the raffle. Every $10 donation gets you one entry. Let's see. Let me see if CNN really quick before we move on. Let's just see if, you'd think they've been really interested in talking about the Epstein files, that they might be talking about Branson, Clinton. So this is CNN right now. 3 hours ago, the Justice Department has released records from sex trafficking investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. Follow for live updates. No updates. Oh, they're hating life. You won't see Trump naked on a beach with one of these minors. I'm sure there's a lot of photos out there with Trump with a lot of women. He was one of the biggest playboys in America for a while. He was the Hugh Hefner. Don't forget, guys, Trump has not always been a conservative. Trump was a Democrat for a long time. He left the party. But he was also just a baller. Group of Venezuelan men. Check this out, the 60 Minutes thing. This is hilarious. I love this.
It began as soon as the planes landed. The deportees thought they were headed from the U.S. back to Venezuela, but instead they were shackled, paraded in front of cameras, and delivered to CCOT, the notorious maximum security prison in El Salvador, where they told 60 Minutes,
remember this?
Hell.
Did you think you were going to die there?
We thought we were already the living dead, honestly.
Doesn't pay to come in the United States illegally. I just seen that pop up from 60 Minutes. They posted it today, and I was like, I remember that. This was in the wrong spot. Let's see. How about this? Mexican cartel child trafficking operation busted. ICE has arrested Marcelino Diaz de Sena and Joshua Hernandez Morales after discovering multiple children were being forced to work in a restaurant in Tennessee. Tennessee, huh? Authorities said they believe the children were smuggled across the border by the Mexican drug cartel before being sent to work at the restaurant as payment. ICE also arrested 2 other illegal aliens connected with this operation. Take a look at these folks. This is who Democrats are fighting Trump for. They're checking on the status of them at ICE facilities while Americans rot in jail. Crazy. That it for today's show? Okay, I think we're done. Let me see if anything else popped up. No more entries. I'm going to give time for the entries to get in and get all the way through, and then we're going to add to it. And before I do that, let me see something really quick. Boom, guy. Tell you still got time to hook me up? Look, if you're still scrambling for a Christmas gift, you need to hear this. Our friends at Chicago Steak Company extended free shipping for Christmas Day, but their warehouse just told us they're down to the last few slots. mychicagosteak.com/rumble. That's code RUMBLE. Gift your loved ones the top 2% of beef in America, USDA prime and premium Angus, hand cut by master butchers. Marbling so good that when it hits the hot pan, the whole house fills with the sound and smell of buttery meat goodness. It's the call to the kitchen for everybody. Spend $229 and they'll throw in 6 free ribeyes plus free shipping. $240 in premium steaks on the house. Your gift shows up in a black and gold box, packed with dry ice. They crack it open, vapor rolls out, instant Christmas morning vibes. Give them something they'll ask for next year. Don't wait on this. The warehouse is on the line. mychicagosteak.com/rumble, code RUMBLE. That's code RUMBLE, guys. That'd be a great surprise, huh? Maybe we should, if Matt would kick down, we could send one of those to Pissant. But Matt's being all stingy all of a sudden. He's got all this vacation time coming. I just don't know what to do. What's this? Let's see. I'm going to go through and see who entered right now, and then we're going to go through them all. We got a Venmo notification. Hold on. Oh, Rach. Let's see here. So I'm going to go to Venmo. Janet got in. No, I'm going to go in order. I'm going to go PayPal first because that's how I put it in here. It is warm in here. I know the heater's not on. We don't use the heater except in the mornings. That's if the fire don't stay going all night. Then we use it. But I don't got to hook up on firewood no more, and it probably cost us another $300 just in firewood for the rest of the year. So I already got Christine. I'm going to go through here really quick. First one was Zelle. I lied to you. And then it goes Venmo. So I'm going to go Zelle. I'm going to go backwards. So see if we got one. See, earlier today, Sansia got in. Nancy H got in. Roxanne got in for 3. I'm going through Zelle right now, and I'm going to cover all this right here. Make sure. We got Adventure Papa. He's in here twice because he got a Zelle for 10, and then he got 5 on a Rumble rent. So you're in for 15. Susan Crosby, a great patriot that moved to Texas, a local. She got in for 3. Kurt B, in for 5. Marcia M, I'm making sure as I go through. Susan, Kurt B's for 5. Marcia C for 1. OUB for 10. OUB for 10. Sansia for another one. So Sansia's in here 1 time twice. So for 2 entries. Make sure that's right. And that was it for Zelle. That was it for Zelle. Now we're going to move over to PayPal. So, PayPal, we got Sandy S that got in originally the day it started. She was giving us money for the Christmas toys that we were donating. We went over our budget and she came through and covered some of that. So thank you. That got her in for 2. And then our 10, and then she got 2 more today. So I'm going to add the 2 from today right now. I should be an accountant, guys. Figure this out like a baller. Christine W. Making sure Christine W. in 2 times. And that's it for PayPal. Now we go to Venmo. So we're going to add Janet for 2 and Michael. Thank you, Michael, for 3. That's JH. So hold on, let me find out where. I made a couple spots. So I said what? I said Janet C. Janet C. and Michael L for 3. And thank you, both you and Michael. Thank you for your continued support of the platform and the Oreo Army. Thank you. Good luck, guys. Okay, so we added Janet C. Now we have we already have on the list JH Candy Bar donated 2 to L Ralphie and 2 to Real Sweet. Then Jaylyn got 2 and gifted them to Chad Rockstar. So Chad, you're in for 2. Let me go down lower. Karen got in for 5 one time and 20 another. So Karen's got a total of 25. Let me make sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Thank you, Karen. Sally H got in for 1. Thank you, Sally. And is that it on Venmo? Believe that is it on Venmo. Now, the next one, Give, Send, Go. Oh, it's already up. Tex M. Text, the letters TX and M. Donated $100 earlier, so they are in for 10. I got you down for 10. D, Frustrated Q, you are in for 1. And B, Norton, you are in for 2. And that is it for Give, Sing, Go. It's the next one. YouTube. Now, this is the one I have an issue with. I'm going to add this person in. Let's go right here. I'm not showing anybody entered on YouTube. I'm showing no super chats going through, but Jaylyn texted me and said Sino did one on YouTube. I might have to take YouTube and Rumble Rants off because I got to have some comparison if this happens again. But I'm looking right now. Let me make sure. Yeah, the last super chat we even got, according to this, was from Simply News 12, and it was a while ago. Let me see if I can pull this up. What's the date today? Yeah, it was 7 days ago. We haven't even gotten according to this, but I'm going to put Sino in for 1. I do got Sino in there. I will find out what happens. I'm going to email I always say try to use the donation links, but since Jalen texted me that the other day, I will honor that, and I will find out what's going on with there. So I'm just again, I don't want anybody to miss a chance. So that is YouTube. Now let's go to Rumble. I don't think we had any Rumble ones this time around, did we? Go here. Live chat, donations. Oh, we did. We did. So I'm going to add Bandit 1, Chevy 72770. And who's that? Penny Loafer. Ah, $2, man. Man, $2 Chuck over there. Bandit 1 and Chevy. So let me add Bandit 1 and Chevy. And that's also where the 5, I'll go through that. Let me put this up here. Bandit 1 and I'll put Chevy 72. Okay. And then also on Rumble, which we talked about earlier, Adventure Papa 5 and the 10 from, so a total of 15. Now, let me go back over here. So we got Darla Miller. I got to do this. Darla Miller for 2. She did 1 when we were covering that one. So she did 2 different Rumble rants for $10 each. There's the Adventure Papa. You are in there for 5 from the Rumbles. There really wasn't a whole lot. And then we got Bandit 1, Chevy. Make sure. Yeah, we're good there. And so we got all of that. Now we're going to go to the last, which is Cash App. We got Bonnie K for 2 different Cash Apps, both for 20 each. So you got 4 total. Kathy Richardson for 1. And Renee O for 4. December 12th. Yeah, look at the date again. Perfect. All right. So I think we are all set. Stupid dogs, man. I'm going to get a damn electric collar. It's like they're in the SPCA or something because somebody, all it takes is my camera to notify that somebody's out front, and they let them know we got some really big attack dogs. Okay. I am good to go now. And again, it's after 5 right now. So this will be shipped out on Monday. I want to say good luck to all of you and thank you. Like I said, we had some bad luck. Obviously knew about the heater, but when my hard drives, and they are very large hard drives, they back up everything I do. Even when I'm out of town and I record something from the phone, it goes straight to my server that night while I'm sleeping. So we had, hopefully we don't lose everything. We're going to be working on that when that gets in, and like hardly any place had that hard drive. That's what I was looking at last night during that press conference. I was frantically trying to get that going. So appreciate you guys. We got to keep the equipment up. Okay, so let me see. First number I see, 1 through 20. How many times am I going to shuffle? Saint Fan. Yes. Kurt B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you are good on there. You are good on there. That is weird. Jaylen sending me the thing right there where it says Merry Christmas from Sino. I'm makes me wonder what YouTube is doing. I have nothing for 7 days. I wonder how many times it's done that. I just refreshed. I even show you guys the screen I'm looking at here. Oh, I hope I don't have to redo that whole thing over. This is the screen that I'm looking at, and it's just my YouTube earnings. And when I go right here, the last one, your super stat stickers and activity is the last one was from Simply Newsy. And I go back and you double click that and it tells you what stream it's from. That was from last Friday. So I appreciate that, Jalen. I'll contact YouTube. And then if I have to, I'm just going to have to say I can't do that on YouTube. That sucks. All right, let's close this one out. But Sino is in there, by the way. Sino is in there. And again, thank you, Sino. Thought I lost it. So I got to go back. 17 was the first number. Let's put this up on the board. Let's take this off and we'll do 17. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I almost did 18 just to upset y'all. So we get that on the board. We'll maximize this, and good luck to everybody. And again, guys, it is a blessing and an honor to continue doing this. And I just want to say thank you to the Oreo Army for being there, sticking with us. This is something that we've been doing for a long time, and it's all thanks to you guys that we get to do what we do. It does not go, trust me, when I pray at night, I give thanks to the Lord, and I'm giving thanks to you guys. I am thankful for you. We're going to have a very big 2026. That is a promise. That is a promise. All right, let's pull this off. See if I can put myself in the corner. All right. So here we go. Here we go on the marks. Get set and go. Oh, deflustrated. Congrats. Congrats on that. Where was that one from? Okay, deflustrated. Close. Let me see. Escape. Where was D at? That was a Give Send Go one. So I don't know if they're in the comments right now. Let me go to Give Send Go. I can. Yeah. Said hugest hugs, Josh. Thank you so much. So I will log into Give Send Go. I will email them and thank them and let them know they got a beautiful cross. So again, guys, I want to thank all of you. And I don't have any formal plans to do anything live. I know we got something going on, whether it's a studio or maybe something will happen in town. But we will be around. I don't know if it's tonight. I do have the police scanner on in the evenings. But again, I'm not going to set up a whole live and go live because I got to replace the windshield on the edge first. It's just so horrible. And when you guys complain, I just say, it's not worth going live. And I'm not saying you guys, but when people go in the chats and say, you can't see anything, clean your windshield, I just get frustrated with it. And so we are working on getting another windshield here soon. But in the meantime, follow us on TikTok, because when I get to the scene, I hit live and we're live on TikTok. So last night, I actually drove to one call. It wasn't that big of a deal, so I didn't hit that live button. It would have been a waste of time for the viewers and myself. So always do that. And again, I'm going to see you a lot before Christmas, so I'm not going to say Merry Christmas quite yet. But hey, have a great weekend, guys. I want to thank you all so much. Without you all, we can't do it. And once again, we will see you. If anything breaks tonight, I will definitely, over the weekend, I will go live. I think the only day I have plans is Sunday. We got church and then Caden's church Christmas performance. So you guys are always rocking, and I appreciate y'all. So we'll see you guys soon. All right. Let me play with something really quick. Let me see if they fixed my raid. I left them an email saying, man, I am loyal to Rumble, and you're putting on all these restrictions for me, and they're not working. So I'm going to lose. If I can't raid by the end of this month, I lose my partnership. And they haven't responded. Live. Continue watching. All I asked for was live. I hate social gaming. I don't do gaming. Financing crypto. Live right here. Oh, let's see if I can. If it was a different channel, I don't support them. Give me one second. You guys can leave. We're done with the show. I'm just trying to play with something right now. How are they live? You know what? I can do this one. Copy. Let's just do raid. Nothing. Raid. Yeah, it's still not working. I'm going to boycott this place. All right, guys. Have a good evening. We'll see you later. Enjoy the weekend.
Well, hop aboard the Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud.